Mary's time with Elizabeth in the hill country comes to an end, and she heads back to Nazareth, leaving Zechariah and Elizabeth to the imminent arrival of the baby. And on the 13th of April 1742, at the Great Music Hall in Dublin, George Frederick Handel gave the first performance of what we know as Handel's Messiah. Now, how do these two things connect, other than that they are a bit Christmassy? For me, the change from Luke chapter 1 to chapter 2 feels like a turning point, not just for Mary, but for history. History is beginning to pivot from the era often referred to as the Old Testament into that of the New Testament era. And although Luke's Gospel is in the New Testament, in many ways, Zechariah and Elizabeth are Old Testament people. Even John the Baptist will be. None of them will live to see the events of Easter. And as Mary returns to Nazareth, marries Joseph, and the months of pregnancy go past, the big history of the Old Testament, according to the Gospel writers, is narrowing to a singular point: the birth of Jesus. Handel's Messiah has some similarities. This is Handel's original working copy of the music. He created it in just over 3 weeks' intense work. In 24 days, he had written 260 pages of music. 260 pages? If all you remember of the Messiah is the overture, "Comfort ye, unto us a child is born," and the Hallelujah chorus, it can be a shock to attend a lovely candlelight Messiah performance and find you're still sat there 2 hours later. 2 hours? What are they singing about? Well, an enormous amount of Old Testament verses that lead to the coming of Messiah. Handel saw all this history had come down to this one person. And he spends a long time writing music about the cross. Well, that doesn't sound very Christmassy. Well, no, but did you notice that the first performance of Messiah was in April, not December? It didn't get bound up with Christmas for some time. It was as much about Easter as it was about Christmas. Jesus was born for a reason, and the story doesn't stop when the wise men go home and we put our Christmas cards away. And then Handel moves to the future. The Hallelujah chorus is not sung at the birth of Jesus, it comes much later, as Handel maps out the Christian hope of a future where all is put right, goodness and justice prevails, and Jesus is seen as King of Kings. When he'd finished writing this Hallelujah chorus, Handel's assistant found him in tears, and the writer said, "I did think I did see all heaven before me and the great God himself." Handel's music reflected the Bible's big plot line, that the threads of history run down into a single point and then out of that point again, and that point is Jesus, the main hero of the story. And as Mary is walking home, she is crossing the brow of the hill of history. From here on, the story accelerates down the other side, the threads are running close together, Bethlehem is approaching, and the hero of the story is nearly here. And tomorrow we begin that final countdown. And until then, I'll leave you to your day.
Nine sleeps till Christmas.